Yeah, no, really pleased to say to everybody that I feel really good in myself. I feel back to what I think I should be feeling and feel more like myself, which is great. And yeah, just back in, ready to do some work. And a personal thank you to all the Sheffield Wednesday fans that showed their support at a time where I needed their support. And glad to be back and getting on with the work.
Does it change your kind of perspective or outlook, having suffered what you did?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Trev, I felt I kept myself pretty fit. I used to do some exercises just to keep ticking over. And when you go as long as you have, in terms of probably 14, 15 months, since the virus has been out there, and you go as long as you did in terms of the bubbles, when it does hit you, it does surprise you. But I think it surprised me how rapidly it got hold of me in terms of what it did at the time. And quite bizarre that, you know, in terms of the testing procedure and protocol that we have here, I was the only really one that tested positive. You know, that was on the Monday I was negative, and on the Thursday I was positive, and then, you know, but just never felt great after that, really. And yeah, how it got hold of me and where it took me surprised me, really. And yeah, I had full respect for it, and I still have for the virus. And yeah, definitely you're more and more, even more making sure that you follow the procedures as best as you can, and you try and keep yourself as in a safe environment as much as you can, really. And I know that a lot of things have opened up and we're back to some sort of near normality, but certainly you still are respectful of the virus, that it is still there, and still you must proceed to follow the protocols that's out there, really.
So I guess professionally and personally now it's all about looking forward.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I'm delighted to be back in the football club, working on a day-to-day. And I think for me now, it's just about looking forward to the new campaign and the work starting now in terms of it, and will be ongoing through the summer. When I look at it now, Trevor, is probably a little just over 6 weeks, and then the boys will be due back in for pre-season, so we've got to get a lot of things in place for when the players do return back.
What can you tell us about the retain list and where we're at?
Yeah, it's more or less been done and been agreed by all the concerning parties here at the football club, and going on from there, really. It's just letting personal and individuals know which side it's going to go for the new campaign in terms of that, but we were quite clear in terms of the retain and release list. Ultimately, you know, as the manager here, you know, there's a style of play that, you know, I like and adhere to, and we need to work towards it. There's going to be new faces in here. There's a rebuild going on here at the football club. And part and parcel of that is implementing a football style in terms of what we feel is going to be right here at this football club to move it forward. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, and I'm very excited for it.
You mentioned there the style that runs perhaps through the club. Does that start at academy level? Because, for example, I know you've had a big input into the guys who've been offered new contracts to the academy and the 23s. Where does that sit?
Yeah, I've said before to the academy manager, Steve Haslam here, any young player, certainly at the professional development phase, under 18s, under 23s, should come back with a whetted appetite in feeling that, you know, if ever they've got a chance of stepping into that first team here at Sheffield Wednesday, it's now. I like the youth. I believe in the youth. I believe there's a lot of good young players. It's getting their mindset right, and and to add to their mindset, to their capabilities in terms of their physical attributes that they have. It's merging the two together and bringing those two together, aided with consistency, would give them the opportunity to play in our first team. And there's been too many occasions already in my managerial career where I've put young players in because I feel they're right. There's younger players that have re-signed contracts with us here from the academy stepping on that should be coming back with the appetite whetted in terms of having that opportunity to stake a claim for the first team. And the ball's in their court, Trevor, it really is. Pre-season will be key for them. It'll be hard, but it'll be key. But there'll be opportunities for them to show what they're about, really. And because certainly if they do show it, the platform will be there for them to perform.
And you mentioned pre-season there. Where are you in terms of where you're going to go, for example? Any teams we're going to play in pre-season, or is this still a work in progress?
Yeah, I mean, again, things have been finalised, and probably the next time when, come back on to address the fans, I'll probably be more clear and concise in terms of where exactly we're going and the games. There are teams and the games are there. We have a schedule and a structure to the pre-season. I've just literally got to just pen them in, really, and put them in. When I think of, I just really hope that these next couple of months that we all adhere to do what we're doing right, and then hopefully, as we've seen, there's a lot of teams now in the playoffs and everything else where we've seen fans back, and the noise is just incredible. And when I think of, what Hillsborough, the potential of that in the next few months, it really does sort of lift the hairs on my skin, really, in terms of that passionate support base that we're going to have. And I'm really so looking forward to it. Really, I really can't wait, really, for that first game of the season to come. And to hear Hillsborough in full voice will be a magnificent moment and a special occasion for myself. And to have the fans come back in with the energy. They've been starved of football for how many months now, so to come back with their energy as well is something that we're looking forward to. So we've got a few more months yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing them all.
How do you manage that expectation of Sheffield Wednesday in League One, if you like?
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we are there and we can't hide away from that fact. What we need to do is come together as one, and we have to, because it is what it is. And by coming together as one, we'll see us progress together. And that's my message clearly to the fans, and I'll say that to them as a manager and speaking on behalf of the team and the club. And we're really looking forward to seeing them all, but it's really important that we come together as one, and that's my message. Let's all come together as Wednesday supporters and staff and players and everybody connected to the football club, and move this thing together. That's got to be the mentality and the mindset, is to look forward to the players coming back in, as we're looking forward to seeing them all. And we're very much hopeful to get a lot of things in place where we're engaging us as a football club back into the community, and the community back into the football club, to build those close relationships. I think it's really important. I think the importance that a football club has on its community and engaging back in is massive, is huge, and it's something that I believe and adhere to even when I was a player, connecting with the support, the fans, and I certainly believe as a manager that as a manager and a group of players and a football team in the city of Sheffield, we have to connect back with the supporters and the fans, and we will be doing just that for the up and coming season.